unboxing video. This one I am very excited for. Finally came in the mail, my Valve Index. So I pre-ordered this not too long ago actually. I expected it to come in September based on Valve's original estimate. Then one day it said, we'll let you know when there's one for you available. About a couple of days ago, which I believe July 18th, I got a notification from Valve saying your pre-order is ready. Go online, pay for it, we'll ship it to you. And it got here within 4 or 5 days, so I'm pleased to see it here way faster than expected. I actually had to do this unboxing here on my couch versus my desk because this box is just too big for my desk. First, let me show you a picture of what comes inside. This is what it looks like in the box when you open it. Everything is packaged extremely well. Alright, I'm going to start going over what's inside. First things first, let's go down to the box. We have all the owner's manuals and other literature. There's a setup guide and like 8 different languages. I don't know why they just didn't choose one for your country. That's all you need, but the rest of it's in there. A little cloth for cleaning, I'm assuming for the lenses and for the general shell. Here is one of the new lighthouses. This is the 2.0 lighthouses, not the 1.0. These, you actually used 4 of these instead of the 2 it comes with for a huge room scale experience, but I only need the 2. I live in an apartment, so I don't need all that. So there's 2 of those. These little stick parts come off. And that's just so how you know what goes up, what goes down. And one of the stars of the show are the 2 Knuckles controllers in the box. So these are, Index controllers. They originally called the Knuckles controllers for anybody who's been following this project for a long time. They've got this really cool feeling, grippy strap that's some kind of fabric with the sort of plastic ring around it for the tracking. You've got a sort of pill-shaped trackpad. I don't like that. I wish they used the round one like on the pretty much every other controller. A joystick, one on each side, and an A and B button, one on each side. A trigger, and this is the sensor pad where it knows where your fingers are at. And then in the middle of it, we have the headset itself. So it's got 2 cameras in the front. It's a little dusty. It's okay. With these sort of, I wouldn't call them headphones. They're sort of over-ear speakers that go over your ears, obviously, but not touching your ears. I've heard very good things about these. We'll see how they actually are. I'm able to use it. There's this little part magnetizes off the front to expose a little, they call it a frunk, I guess, kind of like a Tesla. It's got a little USB port. I wish this was a USB-C port, then you could probably do a lot more stuff with it, but they didn't. You've got your IPD adjustment here, manual IPD adjustment, very good. Your 2 lenses, obviously. Your magnetic face cover that comes on and off for easier replacement. The whole thing's got this same gray, sort of dry touch feeling fabric. Very nice feeling, very high quality feeling. This feels like a product that's going to be around for a long time. And we have a very long cable coming off the back with, it's a proprietary cable up until the very end, and it terminates into a split off where you have your power connector here. You've got USB 3 and display port. I really wish they included the USB-C adapter in the box so you could use VirtualLink. They put VirtualLink on all the NVIDIA cards and nothing really uses it yet, but you can buy the adapter for, I think it's $40 on Steam. So if you want the adapter to use the VirtualLink and only have 1 cable instead of all of them, you can do that. I'm probably going to do that. There's these 2 little fabric loops that pull up the box. Underneath we have 2 wall mounts, so you can mount up the lighthouse sensors. We have 2 USB to USB-C cables for charging each controller. That's nice, they gave you 2 of them. 2 straps, so you don't, I guess an extra strap, so you don't throw it. I don't know, there's straps and more straps. Let's see what is in this box. It's not very old. So this would be the power cable for powering up the headset. Very long power cable. Sorry, for the lighthouses. A very long cable for the lighthouses. Here is the power adapter or wall adapter. with the American style plug. It's got a very weird proprietary connectors on the end of it. I don't know why they chose to go with these kind of connectors, but they did. It's okay. A couple of mollies and screws for hanging this up on the wall. This little pad, which you can stick in the back of the headset. So if you're letting a child use it, for some reason you're letting a child use a $1,000 headset, whatever, or if you've got a small head, that makes more sense, it'll fit. And then here in the middle we have another adapter. This one is for the headset, sorry, with the standard American plug. Also extremely long considering it'll be right next to your computer. I don't know why they just didn't use another USB-C or USB for power or something, but they didn't. And then here's just the other connector for the other lighthouse. And that is the bottom of the box. That's the bottom tray. That was just a sticker. And there's nothing else in here, nothing in the very bottom. I'm gonna get this set up and I'll come back in a minute and show you how I set everything up. So here's my system fully set up. So I've got one lighthouse here and one lighthouse here. So what I also did was I moved part of my sectional, sort of over, flipped it on its side, so I get the biggest play area I can. Because obviously the bigger the better with something like this, because the Index gives you so much of a range of things you could do because it's much more immersive than other systems. I also do want to point out a couple things I don't fully like about it. Is it's kind of difficult to set it up and get everything going without the screen facing you. So I've got my computer over here that powers it on my desk, and then the monitor over here. And so without turning the monitor around, it's super annoying to get everything set up. But once you got it started, it's not as bad. Another thing is I don't like this little proprietary connector they have here for everything. I wish it was more of, once again, a USB-C with a physical power switch on it to turn off everything. To get the lighthouses off, the lights off, all indicator lights off to save a little bit of power. And then, so instead you've got this little plug that then goes to everything else behind the scenes. So yeah, after using it for a little bit, I would definitely recommend having a much more powerful PC, because even with mine, which has a 2080 Ti that's water-cooled, this thing still cooks with this overclock. It takes a lot to run this at its full potential. I'm loving it so far. This is just like an unboxing and initial setup video and like complaints and things I've noticed about it when I first used it. I will do some more in-depth stuff with gameplay later. I mean, once again, it's really hard to show how good this is with the fact that you can't really see it unless you've got one yourself. So if there's any place you can go to use it or give it a shot, I would definitely recommend it, because it looks fantastic. It looks much better than the old Vive, or I mean, I've used a Vive Pro. It's definitely a little bit better than Vive Pro, way better than anything Oculus has. These are great with the hand controls. A lot of games aren't optimized for it, and it really shows. I'm concerned about the build quality. I feel I've hit this already on my face, just because games aren't obviously designed to have something so far sticking out of it, and they can cause you to hit yourself if you're not really paying attention to where they are, or hit something else. And because there are these big loops held on by a very little piece of metal here, I'd be worried they're going to fall off. So far, so good. Time will tell with that. We'll see other people's uses and other people hitting them accidentally on things. We'll see if they start to break. I kind of doubt they will. I feel like Valve would have tested it already. And then another little small complaint is the bases that these come from to be mounted on. They're really not they don't give you that much motion for moving this around. So it kind of limits your setup for like pointing them and maybe mounting on a weird corner. Like if I wanted to mount it on a different part of the wall over here, I wouldn't be able to do it, because if I mounted it on this side of the wall, there isn't enough sort of movement in that little base to have it that it'll be aiming at the main area where I want to use it. And that's really all I have for this first video with it. I'm definitely going to post some more stuff later on of usage, games, and lists of games that once some more and more come out to support it. That's it for now. Stay tuned, subscribe for more.